Side. Hamlin is there. They stuff it into turn 3. Hamlin high. And caution. No, white flag, white flag. Here we go. 1 lap to go.
The race is on. They're 3 wide.
It's all going to come down to what happens right here on the entry into turn 3.
Don't take yourselves out and hand it away. Don't do it. Keep an eye on Larson.
Off turn 4. Bell edges ahead and wins 3 in a row.
Wow.
That was awesome.
NASCAR fans witnessed history Sunday afternoon at Phoenix Raceway. Christopher Bell claimed his 3rd consecutive victory in the Shriners Children's 500, edging teammate Denny Hamlin by a mere 0.049 seconds in what ranks as the 2nd closest finish ever at Phoenix Raceway. Bell's number 20, Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota, crossed the finish line just inches ahead of Hamlin's number 11 Toyota after a breathtaking 2-lap shootout that had everyone on their feet. Kyle Larson's number 5. Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet finished an incredibly close 3rd, just 0.048 seconds behind Hamlin. The victory cements Bell's place in NASCAR history as the first driver to win 3 straight races in the next-gen car era. After crashing out of the Daytona 500, Bell has been unstoppable, conquering Atlanta Circuit of the Americas and now Phoenix in succession. Bell said it worked out about as opposite as I could have drawn it up in my head, but the races that are contested like that looking back are the ones that mean the most to you. Starting from the 11th position, Bell wasted no time climbing through the field, leading a race-high 105 of the 312 laps at the 1-mile Arizona Oval. What began as a dominant performance nearly slipped away when a late caution for Ty Gibbs set up the dramatic finish that had team owner Joe Gibbs admitting he was ready to upchuck watching his 2 cars battle side by side. With just 7 laps remaining in what had been a strategic tire game all day, Ty Gibbs hit the wall, bringing out the 10th and final caution. What should have been a comfortable win for Bell suddenly transformed into a nail-biting 2-lap sprint to the checkered flag. On the restart, Bell chose the inside lane while Hamlin took the outside. As they battled door-to-door, Hamlin appeared to have the advantage, actually leading at the white flag. Larson running 3rd gave Hamlin a push that nearly sealed the deal. Hamlin explained afterward, "I had kind of position on the 20, but I knew he was going to ship it in there. We just kind of ran out of racetrack there." The JGR teammates made contact multiple times during the final lap. With both cars drifting up the track in the final corner, Bell somehow maintained his position and crossed the finish line with his car wobbling just barely ahead of Hamlin.
How about that one, race fans? Woo! Oh my gosh, man. That was about yeah, whenever you're sitting there dreaming it up, that's about as ugly as it gets. You put the red tires on, you're like, all right, what I don't want to happen is go like 20, 30 laps and get a yellow. Then that happened. Then we went like 10 more laps, we had another yellow, and it was just all about who could get clear on the restart. Neither of us could, and we were just racing really, really hard there coming to the line, and woo! JGR ran 1-2, how about that?
The finish was so close that Larson nearly got under both JGR Toyotas in the final turn. He actually touched the rear bumper of Bell's number 20, but couldn't quite complete the pass. Was hoping that Bell would get into Denny some more and maybe get them choked up even more, and I could get to their inside somewhere off of turn 2 or off of turn 4 coming to the line, Larson admitted, but it was a fun battle from my seat. Bell's victory marks multiple significant milestones in NASCAR history. Bell has become first driver to win 3 consecutive races in the next-gen car era, first driver to win 3 straight races since Kyle Larson in 2021, 4th driver in Cup Series history to win 3 times in the first 4 races first since Kevin Harvick in 2018, 2nd driver in Joe Gibbs Racing history to win 3 straight after Kyle Busch in 2015. Bell now has 12 career Cup Series victories, 2nd consecutive Phoenix Spring Race win for Bell. Adam Stevens. Bell's crew chief recognized the remarkable achievement. He said, "We've had 4 races this year, put ourselves in position in all 4, and managed to win 3, which is a pretty remarkable batting average, something that will be hard to maintain, I believe." Now, Bell heads to Las Vegas Motor Speedway next weekend with a chance to match even more history. He could become the first driver to win 4 consecutive Cup races since Jimmy Johnson accomplished the feat in 2007. He also has a shot at joining Bill Elliott as the only drivers to win 4 of the season's first 5 races. Sunday's race featured a fascinating strategic element with Goodyear providing 2 different tire compounds. Teams received 6 sets of standard prime yellow sidewall tires and 2 sets of softer option red sidewall tires that provided better grip but wore out faster. This was only the second time in the next-gen era that NASCAR implemented the option tire strategy, creating constantly shifting dynamics throughout the field. Hamlin said, "I'm really encouraged by this short track tire that we've got, and certainly it is a game changer as far as the races that it puts on. Hopefully we can just keep this thing on the car for the rest of the year if we can." I mean, it's fantastic, and it creates great racing. Several drivers, including Joey Logano and Ryan Preece, gambled by using their red tires early in the race. The strategy paid temporary dividends, allowing them to surge to the front before the tires degraded. Preece's gamble was particularly impressive, going from 33rd all the way to 3rd and leading 34 laps before falling back as the tires wore out. He eventually finished 15th. Bell saved a set of option tires for the final stretch, but his strategy was complicated when cautions came out after long green flag runs. This created the ugly scenario he referenced, with the advantage of his fresher tires diminished by the late restarts. Goodyear's NASCAR project manager Mark Keto said everything went according to plan at Phoenix, and the option tire worked very well. It gave teams a chance to vary their strategies and maximize their effectiveness to gain track position over teams that were on the primary tires. The 312th lap event was interrupted by 10 caution periods, including several significant incidents. Catherine Legg, making her Cup Series debut as the first woman to race in the series since Danica Patrick 7 years ago, brought out 2 cautions with spins. Her second spin on lap 215 collected Daniel Suarez, who had been running in the top 10. A massive 11-car pileup erupted on lap 99 when drivers were squeezed running 4 wide out of turn 2. The crash began with contact between Justin Haley-Chase Briscoe and Carson Hocevar, ultimately collecting and eliminating 7 cars from the race, including Brad Keselowski, Shane Van Gisbergen, and Cole Custer. Joey Logano, who started on the front row, received an early penalty for dipping below the yellow line on a restart. No Way Logano said on his radio, "That's freaking ridiculous." Despite the setback, he twice fought back to the lead using the red option tires before finishing 13th. Ty Gibbs hit the wall with 7 laps remaining, setting up the dramatic finish between his teammates. While Bell celebrated his historic win, both Hamlin and Larson found silver linings in their near-miss performances. For Hamlin, the runner-up finish marked his best result of the 2025 season and his first top 5 at Phoenix in the next-gen era. His number 11 team showed significant improvement throughout the race. Hamlin said, "Great job by the Sport Clips team. It got better as it went. Pit crew did a phenomenal job keeping us in the game. We had a bad stop in the middle, but made up for it in the end. First time we were able to get some clean air all day. Obviously, our car was really fast. The outside line position actually gave Hamlin a momentary advantage at the white flag, but the inside groove's benefit in the final corner helped Bell maintain his slim edge."